The Mead Thief. That sounded like the title of a really bad novel to me.
The one who stole Xavier's mead, Kolga said. The only mead my father cannot brew. Ah, you're clueless. I'll look forward to stuffing your soul into our chandelier.
She went back to enjoying her snow cones. Xavier. Great. I asked about one name I didn't know, and I got another name I didn't know. But I felt like I was getting close to something important. Some combination of puzzle pieces that would explain Uncle Randolph's journal, give me his plan for beating Loki, and maybe even provide a mead-based solution for getting us out of this hall alive. Iger continued holding forth about mead brewing, explaining to Alex the virtues of staggering yeast nutrients and hydrometers. Alex heroically managed to look interested. I caught Herstone's eye across the table. I signed. What is a FLYTING? He frowned. Contest. He raised his index finger and twirled it around like he was sticking it up. Ah, yes, the ASL symbol for insults. And KVASIR? I asked. Herstone pulled back his hands like he touched a hot stove. Then you know. Sam rapped her knuckles on the table to get my attention. Her hands flew in a small, furious ASL gestures. Been trying to tell you. Loki was here, long ago. Insult contest. Have to promise Iger revenge. Alex and I think there is mead we can use. I got this, I signaled back. Amazingly, I felt like I had a plan. Not all the details. Not even most of the details. But like I'd been spun around blindfolded, then somebody put a stick in my hand and faced me in the general direction of the piñata and said, "Start swinging." But it was better than nothing. Great Ager! I jumped up in my seat and climbed onto the table before I could think about what I was doing. I will now explain to you why you should not kill us and what it has to do with Mead. Silence fell around the table. 9 storm giantesses glared at me as if considering all the different ways they could pitch, grasp, hurl, or freeze me to death. At the edge of my vision, Alex flashed me a message in ASL. Your fly is open. With superhuman willpower, I managed not to look down. I stayed focused on Iger and the single bean sprout dangling from his beard. The sea god grumbled. I was just explaining how to sanitize the fermenter. This interruption had better be good. It is, I promised, slyly checking my zipper, which was not in fact open. Our crew is sailing forth to bring Loki to justice. He has escaped his bonds, but we mean to find his ship, Naglfar, before it can sail at midsummer. Recapture Loki and put him back in chains. Help us, and you will have vengeance on that terrible flighting. A puff of steam lifted Iger's Panama hat like the lid of a popcorn popper. You dare speak of that disgrace? He demanded. Here at the very table where it happened? I know he flighted you, I yelled. He flighted you bad. You and all your godly guests got a mean flighting. He even flighted your mead. But we can defeat Loki and pay him back. I will challenge Loki myself. Sam put her head in her hands. Alex stared at the ceiling and mouthed, Wow, no. My other friends stared at me aghast, as if I'd just pulled the pin out of a grenade. I did that once on the battlefield in Valhalla before I fully understood how grenades worked. It had not ended well for the grenade or for me. Iger became deadly calm. He leaned forward, the lenses flashing in his golden glasses. You, Magnus Chase, would challenge Loki to a flighting? Yes. Despite my friend's reactions, I still felt certain this was the correct answer, even though I didn't quite understand what it meant. I will flight the heck out of him!